This is absolutely horrifying if Steam is actually actively scamming their user base. But what the fuck is this shit? Payment processors are now censoring Steam games. What is this?
Where your credit card company decides what games you can buy on Steam. That unthinkable
What?
future just arrived. Valve, known for its hands-off approach, has added a new rule that would change.
And I believe this because based off of the location of your credit card, you can either get taxed or not taxed in the United States. So we know that they can do this. It's not related to Steam? Okay, good.
Gaming forever, not by law, but by the powers of payment processors like Visa and MasterCard. Starting today, Valve updated its What You Shouldn't Publish on Steam section to include content that may violate the rules set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks or internet network providers.
How do you just tell me this has nothing to do with Steam and the title of the video is censoring Steam games and set forth by Steam's payment process? What the fuck are you talking about?
In particular, certain kinds of adult-only content. This seemingly vague line has already been used, as SteamDB has reported the removal of a bunch of games, mainly the ones with incest themes. While Valve hasn't
So they're not gonna let us play Coffin of Andy and Lele? Guys, I'll be real, man. I think incest is based in video games and anime. I don't give a fuck.
Explicitly named the names of the reason for this happening, unconfirmed reports and industry patterns strongly point to major players like PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard, the most popular payment methods on Steam. There were even unconfirmed rumors about PayPal's temporary unavailability on Steam pointing to this, but I couldn't find anything that—
why the fuck is a credit card company trying to push political agendas? They get to decide what we're allowed to view? Fuck that.
Confirmed this was directly tied to PayPal. One group, Collective Shout, a campaign for women, seems to be the ones mainly responsible, having released several articles and open letters to these payment processors, making claims about the games on Steam just within the last few days. So, as these companies took note of this letter and told Valve they were going to leave the platform, Valve was left with adding this rule and giving these payment companies a bunch of power over Steam. This new rule is important because it's not just a small tweak, it's a fundamental change to Steam, as now these payment processors or other companies like internet providers have direct influence on Steam and what games are allowed on the platform. For many, this is a big worry. If payment companies can decide what adult content is allowed, people are asking, what stops them from deciding about other things next?
Dude, it's already bad enough that I have to enter my ID card in the internet to watch porn now. Like, can we can we just let me have some fucking freedom? Like, I'm in Texas and I can't watch porn. Oh my God. And the worst thing is I lost my ID, so I haven't been able to fucking jerk off to porn in like 3 months. Oh, it's miserable, dude.
This is where we get into a slippery slope, where one small change could lead to much bigger, unwanted changes down the road. Now, it's important to understand that Valve was likely left with very few choices in this situation, as not listening to the payment processors would have led to them removing their services from the platform, which is what many have reported happened already by PayPal shortly before this rule was added. Now, to truly understand how big this change is, we need to look at Steam's past. This isn't about the specific adult games taken down, it's about a complete reversal of Valve's long-standing, hands-off approach to moderation. Before, Steam allowed a lot of games on the platform, as long as it wasn't outright illegal. The main times Valve would take down a game were if it had some malware inside, broke one of the very few Valve rules, or a specific government requested to get it removed. Valve's position with moderation and the relaxed rules led to Steam having a large number of adult games and sometimes other controversial content. This position Valve had brought them a bunch of complaints.
This is a creepy-ass game we're playing here, man.
Steam faced criticism for a hate group problem due to lax enforcement against hate speech. Now, this wasn't a game, but it shows how Valve generally handled moderating across the entire platform. In December 2022, US Senator Maggie Hassan even questioned Valve's efforts.
Everywhere I go, I hear his name. Jesus Christ, this is insane. It's crazy how I hear that name, then I hear neo-Nazi extremist racial supremacist, and I also see fucking Hitler. Jesus Christ, what is happening?
efforts regarding Nazism, white supremacy, and misogyny on the platform. In late 2024, ADO made a report about how Steam had an extremism and anti-Semitism problem, which led to another US Senator, Mark Warner, asking Valve to do something or face further scrutiny by the US government.
This shit wouldn't have happened if
Valve
Harambe was
usually
still
just
alive.
ignored these
I
complaints
absolutely
and
agree.
requests for stronger moderation. As long as nothing was outright illegal or broke their existing rules, they generally wouldn't intervene with the content on their platform. So now, payment processors are no longer just handling your transactions, they're becoming content gatekeepers with massive power over what can be bought and sold online. The thing is, this isn't just a Steam issue, this is happening all over, showing a clear pattern. We've seen major hits in Japan's anime and manga market. For example, platforms like Soruga and Manga Library Z were forced to remove adult content or even shut down because payment processors demanded it. Another Japanese
It's even worse because Fantia.jp, you can't use Visa or MasterCard to buy porn anymore. You got to use like the Looney Tunes Japanese currency, and I can't do that, so I can't even buy like exclusive Japanese porn, man. It's just hard, right? These credit card companies, they're being sticklers, and I haven't blown my load in 3 months, and I'm starting to get cranky. Techie get cranky if he doesn't get to come. It's not fair, guys. It's not fair.
Platform, DL Site, even tried to fight back, temporarily blocking Visa and MasterCard to keep its adult content available. Just this year, payment processors in Japan started holding back money from adult game creators on Steam. This was such a big deal that it led to an official investigation by the Japanese government into these payment companies and their practices. It's not just Japan either. OnlyFans in 2021 famously announced that they would ban all sexual content because of pressure from their payment processors.
We all know how that turned
until
out.
they reversed the decision. Patreon too.
Because that's all that anybody was buying. OnlyFans and Fansly are just porn. That's it. Hey guys, I'm gonna start doing anime reacts on OnlyFans. Everybody's gonna react and be butt-ass naked with my dick out. Everybody knows it.
Has faced similar issues in the past. So as we're seeing with Steam's new rule, this isn't just Valve's problem. It's a widespread issue showing how these powerful payment companies like Visa and MasterCard are deciding what gets sold and what doesn't across the internet. The thing is,
this is
now
insane.
We're seeing this first step. If payment
they have no
processors
right to
can
do
now
this.
influence
This
certain
is how much
kinds of
this is how much money
adult-only
rules the
content,
world.
the real question is, where does
Fuck,
it
this
stop?
is so gay.
This is the big concern.
Let me rephrase that. They have every right to do this, but I cannot believe they're doing this. And this is such a step down into a slippery slope. This is so bad.
For many people. If these powerful companies can block one type of content today, what prevents them from moving on
Agreed.
to other types tomorrow?
Yep.
Could it be games that talk about different political topics? What about games that tell stories some people might find controversial or challenging? Could they even push for changes on games that don't fit certain beliefs? Even
The world is already boring enough without people telling you what stories you can or cannot tell. It's so shitty.
if they're perfectly legal.
Well, this game offends Group A. Yeah, they're less than 0.1% of the Earth, but they're offended. Who cares?
The door is now wide open. Before,
They've been doing it for a long
Steam
time,
decided,
true.
But with Valve's new rule, these payment processing companies and others like internet providers now have a huge say for what's allowed on Steam.
Yep.
This means they could, in the future, decide what games you buy, not based on laws, but on their rules.
Yep.
This is a big deal because it takes away control from Valve and gives it to these companies whose main job isn't about games or art, but about money and transaction. Now, I've already seen a few different suggestions from different Steam users, including exploring different payment options, like maybe crypto, or even the possibility of Valve developing its own payment system.
Yep.
Think of a Valve Pay to get around these restrictions entirely. Valve's new rule, which is directly influenced by powerful payment processors, card companies, banks, and internet providers,
Steam taking
marks
Bitcoin's a good
big
idea.
moment for the platform. What do you think Valve should do? Should
Yeah, Asm's response to this, great. Payment processors, monopolistic censorship is one of the biggest unchecked cartels right now. Absolutely true. Regulations need to either break up these companies or guarantee a degree of service. It's not free market when every company operates collectively. Abso-fucking-lutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, yes, I could have. I just chose not to. Anyways, great video. This shit's bullshit, and the death of Steam could be coming very soon, or at least, you know, the slow decline. This is, guys, I'll be real. You give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile. This is not good at all.